Hello student, in this session I am going to explain you about it how to use the default constructor in your program. Okay, so for that first we see the question, what the question is. Just look at the questions. You have to design a class called showroom in the following description. The instance variable or the data members, that is the name, mobile number, cost, discount, amount. Okay, so name to store the name of the customer. And what is the data type of the name? That is the string. Mobile number, that is store the mobile number of the customer, and it is the long data type. Then you have to store the cost of the item purchased. For example, suppose I am purchasing a laptop, the cost of the laptop is 25,000. And what type of data it is? Double. Discount. So if I am purchasing a item that the shopkeeper will give us the discount. So to store the discount amount, you have to define the discount, DIS, that is the double data type. Okay. Now next term, amount, which is the double data type, to store the amount to be paid after discount. So final amount what we have to, the customer has to pay to the shopkeeper after getting the discount. So what about the member method? That is the first member method is the showroom, which is the default constructor. I already explained the default constructor, which is used to initialize the data members. Then you have to define the void input to input the customer name, mobile number and the cost. Okay, the void calculate to calculate the discount on the cost of purchased item based on the criteria, based on the following criteria. That is the criteria is there. If your cost will be less than or equal to 10,000, the discount will be 5%. More than 10,000 and less than equal to 20,000, the discount will be 10%. More than 20,000, less than equal to 35,000, 15% discount. And more than 35,000, 20% discount has to be given. Okay. And the last is the void display to display the bill of a customer in a proper format. Okay, so there you have to include the name, the mobile number, then the cost of the item, then discount whatever you are getting and the customer is getting, and then the final amount to be paid by the customer, that will be included in the pay. The last, the main method should be included in your program. So for what? For creating an object and call the above method. Now before starting the program, just look at the screen. That will be I will mention or I will write the what is the procedures or steps you have to follow for writing the program. Okay, so the steps, just you look at here, the steps, whatever the steps you have to write. First, what you have to do, define the class. Second, define the curly braces. Third, define the variable. Then fourth, define the default constructor. Default constructor started with the curly braces, ended with the curly braces. 5, define define the input method. Curly braces, ended with the curly braces. Define calculate method. Calculate method. Then you have to define display method. Display method. Curly braces. 8, define main method. Curly braces. 9, create object. 10, all above. Then ended the main method, and 11 ended the class. So here you see the define the class, define the class, then give the curly braces, define the variable, whatever the instance variable, define the default constructor which is used for initialize the instance variable. Then input method, using the scanner class you have to input the data to the what, the name, the mobile number and the cost, and discount and the amount will be calculated. Then the calculate method where you have to calculate the discount and amount, final amount to be paid depending upon the conditions. Then the display method where you have to display the bill, that is the proper way, proper format you have to follow. And then define the main method and create an object and call above methods by using the object. Now you look at the curly braces. Why I mentioned the curly braces, there are students are making mistake in giving the curly braces. So always you see after class we have to give a curly braces and end with the curly braces in 11. Now each and every method is started with the curly braces, ended with the curly braces. Okay, main also started with the curly braces, ended with the curly braces. Now you have to go to the blue Java. There we have to write the program. Okay, just look at here. You have to go to the Java. There I already written the program for you. Just you look, I just explain it. My program is here. You see the showroom, the name of the class is the showroom. You remember that you take care of all those things, that whatever the name is given in the class, you follow that name only. The class name is given as a showroom. The instance variable name, whatever the name is given as it is, you have to follow. The method, whatever the name is given, you have to follow it. Okay, so just look at here the program. So this program you see here, that will be showroom.java. That is the program comment I had given. Description about the program, what is the name of the program, showroom of Java. We are going to use the scanner class, so that's why I have mentioned that import Java utility that scanner. Okay, so that's why we can use able to use the scanner functions. Now the class name is the showroom. Then the variable that is given, string name, mobile number, cost, and the discount amount. You just see here I mentioned, given the comment as name, mobile number, cost as the input data, which will be taken from the input function, and discount and amount are the calculated data. Now you go to the constructor, the default constructor. Already you know the constructor which with the empty parenthesis, that is known as the default constructor, and there we have to initialize the data. Okay, direct value we can take and we can initialize with the default value also. Here I am taking the default value because we are not taking direct value, because we in our program there is an input method. So by the help of input method we can input the data. So that's why in the default constructor I initialize with the default value. Now here you see the input data, and along with the output data, that those data we are going to calculate, that also I have initialized. One point I want to tell you, just note down. If I am in the previous in the before classes, before session, we know that the calculated field we have to initialize as here. Just like here, if you say the discount is equal to 0.0, amount is equal to 0.0, in the above outside the method also you can initialize. If you already initialized in the before the default constructor, then no need to initialize here. Okay, so it is already initialized. It is not initialized before, so that's why inside the default constructor I initialized to 0.0 and amount to 0.0. Okay, so you see according to their data type we initialized, or we given in the default value. Next we comes to the input data, that is already you knew. So in input data, just you see the void input, and that is the scanner first I defined, then input the name, then the mobile number, then the cost, then the calculate given condition. According to the condition, cost is less than 10,000, then you have to calculate discount will be 5%, so cost into 5 by 100, that is the formula we have to follow. And after that, after calculate the discount, the amount has to final amount to be paid, that is cost minus discount. Okay, now you comes to the what I have to write here. This is the final amount. Just you have to write the final amount. Final amount. Okay. Now it comes to the public void display. You just look at here the display. I have given a proper format to show the bill. Okay. That customer name, mobile number, discount, amount to be paid. Okay, then comes to the main function where we have created the object, and that object is creating the showroom. We're creating the object and invoking the default constructor. Once it is constructor is invoked, then it is initialized the instance variable, then the function has to be called. Now I have to compile it. Just compile. Okay, compile done. Then I have to close it. Just close and just see the output, how it will be coming up the output. Okay, now enter the customer name. I have to enter the customer name. Okay, enter, then the mobile number, then I have to enter the cost 25,000. Here you can add the item name also, but in the question the item name is not there, so I just directly enter the cost. So here you see the bill, the customer name is Pragyan, that will be the mobile number, discount is given, and the amount to be paid just like 21,000 something. Okay, now here we can cost also we can show on the screen in the program. Just we go there and we can modify the program. So here I have the after the customer, so we can add here, that is the out.ln. I can write the cost also, cost item, cost of item, cost also you can show in your program, in your bill. Okay, again I have to compile, then we have to show the output. Okay, now enter the C program 9 625, then enter the cost 25,000. Just to look at here how the bill will be look like. Okay, so this is all about your program. Now one thing I want to say you here, now the question is arising where we have to use the default constructor and where we have to use the parameterized constructor. Okay, in the question it is given to use the default constructor, then you have to use the default constructor, and in the if there is an input function is there, you don't in direct value you should not give, you have to give the initialize to default value. Okay, now the question arises where the parameterized constructor you have to use. If your program does not have any input functions and it is asked you to do the parameterized constructor, then you give the details here, the argument you have to write, and in the main method you input the data and the argument you can provide. So in my next session I can show you how to use the parameterized constructor. Okay, thank you. I think all of you, hope all of you understood the program. So okay, so thank you for watching my video. Okay.